Well, they've done it. They've decided to cut the trees on I-26. That stretch 30 some odd miles past Somerville. The debate's been going on since 2011, but they did not decide to cut all the trees. Just 7 miles of them. Berkeley, Dorchester, Charleston Council of Governments passed a compromise plan Monday morning to cut 7 miles along Interstate 26 between Somerville and I-95 instead of the original 23 miles up for debate. That amendment was proposed by Larry Grooms, state senator, and focuses on the stretch where the most deaths occur. There's about 32,500 vehicles that are in this area every day traveling the roadways. There was a 23-mile stretch of the 30-mile stretch in question here that they'd originally proposed cutting all the trees. So what they've done in South Carolina with this issue is pretty much like what they do with a lot of issues. Imagine you had cancer and you had to cut out part of it. Well, we're just going to cut out the worst part of the cancer. We're going to leave a little bit there because we like the way it looks. I mean, that's sort of what we're talking about here. These trees on I-26 are as deadly as cancer. And we're not going to cut out all the cancer. We're just going to cut out part of it. The part where we think it's the worst. Where, well, we've got stats that say this is the worst stretch of the roadway, these 7 miles, but we still have the possibility, after we fix this 7 mile stretch, that there's some other area and some other lives are lost. I'm sorry, folks. I know this isn't the most popular opinion, and that people see this, Mark Sanford coming out applauding this compromise, they're calling it, saying this is the gateway to the low country, and this is sort of how the first thing people see, the essence of these trees. Folks, they're pine trees. They're big, ugly, needle-fallen, fallen on the roadway pine trees. They're not grand oaks. They're not any kind of hardwood trees. They're just pine trees. We've got millions of them on either side of the roadway. I, for the life of me, don't understand why this has become such a debate, nor why I'm still talking to you about it at this point. You may not understand either. But I just think that when it comes to the safety of residents and visitors in South Carolina, that should be the only thing we're thinking about. The conversation about aesthetics here on a major interstate, a federally funded interstate, to me, makes no sense at all. Best put on this program, you've heard it. This is aesthetics over safety, and we must not, we should not, we cannot do that in South Carolina. But I digress. The decision has been made, and I'll live with it. I guess you will as well. The Brian Crabtree Show, 8 to 10 weekdays on WQSC.